Today we're taking a look at Peak Design's everyday backpack as well as the backpack zip. There are lots of similarities between these two bags, but sometimes it's the small differences that makes the final purchase decision. One of the biggest differences is size. The backpack zip comes in 15 liter and 20 liter, whereas the everyday backpack here comes in 20 liters and 30 liters. However, that is the maximum size that it can expand to due to the mag latch system on top. The everyday backpack that I have here is the 30 liter version, and that is only when it's extended, like fully extended, whereas the mag latch is all the way to the top. So if the mag latch is like down here fully closed like so, it's actually only 22 liter. As for the 20 liter version of the everyday backpack V2, when it's fully closed, it's only 17 liter, and it's when it's fully extended, that's where it goes to 20 liter. Now there's one thing I want to mention real quick here is that whenever you have the mag latch extended all the way to the top right here, as you see, the top of the bag really opens up. And if you fill the bag all the way to the top, this is what's gonna look like, where people can just like kind of go in and grab your things, or whenever it's raining, the rain will get inside the bag. So what I would suggest is, what I usually do is that I just put like clothes and jackets on the very top. Basically just anything that's not valuable right on top over here where people can just put their hands in there. So vice versa, with the backpack zip, you don't have this kind of problem because however you pack your bag in the zip, that's how big it's gonna get. It's not gonna get any bigger than this. So this way it kind of prevents from overpacking for your trip. However, the downside to that is that the everyday backpack zip does not have the mag latch system for quick access to the top compartment. So you do have to pull the zippers like any other normal bag that you see. Everyday backpack V2 also comes with 3 dividers for you to customize the bag. As for the backpack zip, it only comes with 2 dividers. Another difference is that the everyday backpack V2 has these magnets on the straps, so it holds down to the back of the backpack, so it's not like flapping around like the backpack zip right here. There's no magnet, so it's just right there. Speaking of magnet, the everyday backpack also has this bottom pocket with magnets where it kind of hides the straps for external carries. However, you definitely could put miscellaneous things in the bottom if you want. And yes, because of these 2 extra cinch straps at the bottom over here, the everyday backpack V2 has bigger external carry capacity compared to the everyday backpack zip, where it only has 2 cinch straps and the everyday backpack has 4. One last noticeable difference between these 2 backpacks is that there's a pocket on top of the compartment in the very front. The everyday backpack has like a magnetic pocket, whereas the backpack zip has this zipper pocket. So it kind of stands out more, and the everyday backpack pocket is a little bit more hidden in a way. However, both of these pockets seems to be around the same size. So here's what I like about both of these bags. Both of them has like 3 handles, 1 on top and 2 on the side. So it's really easy to grab the bag on the floor however you want. But notice that the everyday backpack has a bigger top handle, so it's easier to like just grab and go compared to the backpack zip right here. The handle is not as big as the everyday backpack, so you do have a smaller grip on top. Other than that, both of these bags has great side access if you're into side access where you don't have to put the bag down on the floor. The material of both of these bags is already weatherproof, so there's no rain cover provided. However, like I mentioned before, where the mag latch opens all the way up to the top, nothing's really covered on both of these sides. So definitely be aware of this whenever you are packing the everyday backpack V2 to the full extent. As for the everyday backpack zip over here, because everything's zipped up already, so you don't have to worry about rain at all because everything's covered. One thing I really like is the laptop compartment where it has a false bottom. So whenever you're trying to access your laptop, it's already all the way on the top for you to grab. With the backpack zip, essentially what you have is 4 zippers where you can actually open the whole bag up into this kind of like a lobster form. However, on the everyday backpack V2, there's clearly 2 side axes and a top axis because the side of the backpack is still attached to the back of the backpack. And you can still access the top compartment through the side access if you want. There's also these ventilation holes on both sides of the pockets on both of these backpacks. So if you have like water bottle or anything that's wet, maybe it's an umbrella of some sort. So this way the pocket is not like gathering all these waters and make it kind of dirty and nasty. So here are some of the gripes that I have on these two bags. The first one is that because I guess in a way they're like more towards side access kind of bag, so no matter how you pack the bag, it's really hard for the bag to stand on the floor by itself. Like it tumbles over very easily on both of these bags. Like this one is already like moving forward. I'm not even doing anything to it. This is its natural position. Like it's already slanted. And this actually leads to my next gripe, because both of these bags are really heavy on side access. So whenever I access my gear, camera gear or lenses, I really have to remember to close all of the zippers on the side, or else whenever I put the bag down and then it just tumbles over, and then all of my gears are just like rolling on the floor, and I have to chase my lens down one by one on the floor, which is not a pretty scene. Now obviously that was more of a user error, but if you're using these two bags for like multiple events, for different trips or situations, you might be packing the bag differently for each scenario. And more than often I find myself forgetting which side of the bag that I have packed a certain item. So I'll be swinging the bag to the right side looking for a certain item, and then it's not there. I have to close it, zip it up, and then swing to the other side of the bag and open it up again, which can get quite annoying sometimes. But of course, if you're just using these bags for just like one type of scenario and everything kind of stays the same inside the bag, you're not really customizing it for different trips or different events, then that's totally fine, because you will most likely remember where you packed your stuff. Another gripe I have is the shoulder strap. Now, before we get into that, I do like how it rotates on the top of the shoulder strap, so it fits different type size of people. That's fantastic. However, the shoulder strap is not very padded. It's very thin. So whenever I pack all the way up to like 20 liter, that's fine. Like not for a long period of time, then it's okay. But whenever I try to expand the Everyday Backpack V2 to like the 30 liter capacity, the shoulder strap starts to kind of like dig into my shoulder, and especially when it's not really padded, it's more on the stiff side, it doesn't feel as comfortable. So in a way, yes, you can expand the Everyday Backpack V2 to 30 liters, but you probably don't want to do that because of the shoulder straps. Whereas the Everyday Backpack Zip, it's only 20 liter or 15. You can't really overpack more than that because there's no expansion on the backpack zip. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to how you want to access your bag, or if you know you want to have the ability to extend the capacity of the bag in the future. If you like bag videos, in this case camera bags, definitely check out this video next. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.